One-time code contradiction, when to share and when to beware. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. I was listening to a podcast earlier this week actually, where they were talking about basically a phishing attack or a hack that essentially intercepted people's two-factor authentication codes. It was an attempt to intercept those. And what I thought was interesting is that it pointed out an inherent contradiction with something we see often. And that is simply this. When you get a two-factor or even a single-factor authentication code, be it via SMS or via email, it often includes the phrase, "Never share this code with anyone." But the whole point of that code is in fact to share it with the system that you're trying to sign into. That seems kind of contradictory. So what I want to do in this video is talk about when you really should share it. What's the normal approach to two-factor codes, or even, like I said, single-factor authentication codes, and when to be wary of when you're being asked for these things. So the normal scenario is simply this. You visit a site's sign-in page, you enter your username, you enter your password, you click on sign in, and then the service asks you for a code. That code is sent to you some other way, right? Either via SMS, proving that you have your phone, or via email, proving that you have access to the email account associated with the service you're trying to sign in on. You then enter that code, click OK or whatever, and you're signed in. That's the normal way that these codes are used. There's another way that we actually don't think of that often, but is also very true, and that's simply this. You are already signed into your account, you're doing something, and you're making some kind of a change related to that account's security. Say you want to change your password or change or add an alternate email address or something. What some services will do is then say, okay, that's fine, but first we need to just double check that you're really you. Just not somebody who's walked up to the machine and has decided to do something, that you're actually you. So we're going to send you a code, again, via SMS or email, that you then receive and enter into the prompt as instructed. And therefore, again, you must be who you say you are, and you can go on and make whatever security change it is. There's a third scenario. And honestly, this is the one that kind of can get people in trouble. Let's say you're doing some kind of account recovery. You've forgotten your password, or just for whatever reason you can't sign in and you're going through the process of recovering access to your own account. One of the ways that many services confirm you are who you say you are is they'll say, okay, we will send a code to your phone or your email, and your ability to provide that code will once again prove that you are who you say you are. This is the scenario for recovering your password, which means you didn't need to know your password to begin with. It's normal. It's a way of doing this. Don't lose your passwords if at all possible, of course, but this is one of the approaches that some services use to account recovery. Here's where it gets sneaky. The scammer visits the site of a service that you use. They then enter your username. The scammer then immediately calls you on your phone. Now, you may be asking, where did I get my phone number from? Where did I get my username from? How do they even know I'm using this service? Things like this, the service, your username, your phone number, these are the things that regularly appear in data breaches. Passwords, not so much, but the information to run a scam like this is often present in these data breaches. So the scammer knows the service you're using, they know your username, and they know your phone number. So again, they've typed in your username, and then they call you. I'm going to read a little script here because it's actually very interesting how they phrase this. Hello, we're from the services security department, and we've noticed some suspicious activity on your account. I'm going to send you a code to confirm that you're in proper possession of your account. When you get it, Please let me know what it is, and we'll know that your account is secure. They click the link saying, I forgot my password. Not you, they, from somewhere else on the planet. That then causes a code to be sent to you. Because you're on the phone with them and you believe them to actually represent the service legitimately, you tell them the code. They are then in real time able to enter that code, reset your password, and hack your account. It seems legit because they're calling from the service, and yet it's fake. It's a scam. It's only a way to get you to turn over a two-factor code or a single-factor code in real time that allows them to get into your account. This same scenario is actually a variation of the same thing done in email. You get an email with this request for you to sign in. You try to sign in, you give it your username and your password. It asks you for your two-factor code. You enter your two-factor code, but unbeknownst to you, you weren't paying close attention and you didn't realize that what you landed on was not the login page for the service, but rather a fake login page. And now you've just handed over your username and your password and a two-factor code. A scammer who's operating in real time, watching you do this, can then do exactly the same thing. They can sign in as you, change your password, and now they have access to your account. So what does this mean for these codes? Well, honestly, it's really simple. Besides the rule of thumb that you never give information to somebody who's called you, only to people that you know and trust that you've called, the real scenario here with these two-factor codes is you just don't give them to anybody. The only time you need to give a two-factor code is when you specifically are in the process of logging in, or you specifically are in the process of making some kind of an account change, and the system is asking for a two-factor code because you are doing something right now. Never, ever give any of this information to anybody over the phone. It really is that simple. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/171041. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.